Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to another video where I help you heal after toxic relationships. My name is Denise Dominguez, and I help strong women coming out of toxic partnerships and move past the frustration, doubt, and fear to confidently have new and healthy relationships. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the answer to why you keep attracting narcissistic people in your life. This is going to put all the pieces of the puzzle together for you. And this is something that I applied to my life, my own life, and it changed everything. Once I understood like why I kept, this was when I was in the dating world and I was married to one for 22 years. But when I put the pieces of the puzzle together, I kept attracting narcissistic people, it changed everything. And that's what I want to give to you today. So remember, smash that like button if you like the value that is provided. And I'd love to hear from you. So please comment in the comments below and subscribe to my channel if this topic resonates with you. This is how we get to grow and teach more people like you how to heal from the toxic relationships. And as a community together, we can do this. We can stop the narcissistic relationships and the hurt and all of that. So the answer to why you keep attracting narcissistic people in your life. So I want to give you a little backstory. When I was married for 22 years to my toxic relationship, I was clueless. First of all, I was clueless of what was a narcissist. Didn't even know what a narcissistic person was. And when the traumas and the dramas got so heavy, so big, and I finally left, that is when, long story short, I fell into my healing journey. I started to heal from that experience. And what happened is that once I started to realize, like, oh crap, he was a narcissist. Oh crap, I was an abused person. Oh crap, that was an abusive relationship. Oh, all these discoveries, then and I teach this myself, I learned, like, okay, why did I attract him? Because during our relationship, there was a lot of me pointing the finger at him. You're a liar, you're a cheater, you're this, you're that. Never looking at myself and going, wait a minute, you attracted this person into your life. Let's figure that out. No, I was too busy pointing the finger at him. But here's what I discovered through my own healing journey and learning this and being able to teach this to women around the world. The answer to why you keep attracting narcissistic people in your life is because, one, you're very empathic. And empaths, they want to only see the good in people. They are super sweet, super kind. They just love everybody and they want to just see the good in people. And so when the narcissist comes to them and tells them their sad victim stories, they completely empathize with them and fall for the story. They don't see that this is a manipulation tactic. They don't see that this person is lying. So they just want to empathize with them and let them know you're not alone in this, and I understand. And this is where empathic people, this is where they come from. They come from this point of wanting to help, wanting to save, and wanting to make things better for you. And when it comes to the narcissistic people, they're like, I call empathic people and narcissist people, I call them, they go together like peanut butter and jelly. They go together like hand in hand. And this is why. Because the toxic person is looking for the validation and the empathic person gives all the validation. And so it's like they're drawn to each other. I don't know if you've seen that article on social media, but it's the empath and narcissist, a relationship made in hell. And it truly is, because if you're empathic, This means that you're highly sensitive, you're super sweet, you're very kind, and this is what you want to see in other people. And now you've attracted this demon-like person, right? So it's definitely a relationship made in hell. The other reason why, or answer to why you keep attracting narcissistic people, is because you're a rescuer. And rescuers, and I'm going to get into this a little bit deeper in a second, rescuers, they rescue, they save, they want to help. They only see the good, and they want to, again, when that sad victim story is told, they feel bad and they want to help you out. So for example, if the narcissist is like, oh, my whole entire life, it's been about, my parents are mean, or I was abandoned, or whatever it was, or I was abused, or whatever it was, the rescuer wants to just bring them in and hold them and save them and say, I can make it better for you. I can help you. And I want to make it better for you. And I want to help you. They just want to take the pain away for that other person. Which, listen, you rescuers are very, very much needed in the world. You empathic people are very, very much needed in the world. We need you. We need you to continue to be the way you are. But at the same time, we also want you to have healthy relationships. We don't want you to keep attracting these toxic people into your life. The other reason why you are attracting narcissistic people in your life is because you come from narcissistic parents. And that was my story. Well, that is my story. When I married my ex, I married a version, some of it was my mom and some of it was my dad. And I love my parents. But I didn't see these characteristics in my parents. I didn't see that my dad could be emotionally unavailable. I didn't see that my mom could be very, very much to herself, and which, ultimately is narcissistic. I didn't see that because my mom and dad both come from abusive backgrounds, that this played a role in why they were the way they are. I didn't see all of that. I just love my parents, and I only wanted to see the good in them, and I only wanted to point out the good in them. So when I married my then husband, turns out he's a version of, like I said, parts of my dad and parts of my mom. Not seeing this. Remember, I was pointing the finger at him the whole time, saying, you're a liar, you're a cheater, you're this, you're that. When it came to my healing journey, and I discovered, like, oh crap, yeah, there's a lot of similarities. And ultimately, we do marry a version of, the person that in our mom or our dad. And so that is the other reason why you are attracting narcissistic people in your life, is you have narcissistic parents. And I always say, this is a part of you that you either cannot see or you are denying. And so the best way for me to explain this to you is, if you come from a mom who's 100% Irish, and you come from a dad who is 100% Italian, guess what you are? You are 50% Irish and 50% Italian. Okay? Now, whether or not you like spaghetti and meatballs, you are still 50% Italian. Okay? So what this means is when we come from our parents, and even when we don't like some of the characteristics of who they are, we still come from them. We still have to claim, this is where self-love comes in. We still have to love all of the pieces of us. So you have to love the narcissistic side to your parents, or if your parent is a full-fledged narcissist, or sociopath, or whatever, you have to love that. Because if you don't, what happens is we attract that. When there's pieces of us that we hide or resist or push down, then ultimately what we do is we attract that in our outside world. So, i.e., relationships. And this is what happened with me. I didn't want to see that in my parents. I just wanted to see the good in them. So then I attracted that, because life is always showing us what we need to know about. Life is always giving to us what we need to learn about. Okay? So let's get back to the rescuers, because I want to dive a little bit deeper into that for you, to get you to a place where you completely understand, oh, crap. Okay. So you may have seen me share this in the videos before, but how I help women heal from narcissistic relationships and narcissistic abuse is I first have them realize how they've been showing up energetically in life. And what I mean by that is, for example, I know you know somebody who maybe he or she is 12 years old, usually it's a girl, 12 years old, but she's so wise beyond her years. She's so maternal, just so mature, like an old soul, we'll say, right? She's an old soul. She has an old soul. That is, even though she's only 12 years old, she's in mother energy, right? She's in mother energy. She's very motherly. And then you know somebody who's an adult, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and they act like a complete immature child. I know you know somebody like that. We all do. They're an adult as far as years, but the way they're showing up energetically in life is a total child. Irresponsible, just breezing through life, don't care, can't hold a job, or they're irresponsible at their job, whatever, most likely they're addicted to something, alcoholics or drugs or whatever. This is child energy. This is how they're showing up energetically in life. They may be an adult, but they're showing up as a child. And then the other scenario is the 12-year-old is a child by age, but they're showing up in this mother energy. When you are a rescuer and you keep attracting these narcissistic people, a rescuer falls under mother energy. Okay, so here is the triangle, and these are the three main ways that we show up energetically in life. And here's woman/adult energy, okay? And then here's mother/parent energy, and here's daughter/child energy. And then there's some sub-archetypes that fall underneath these two. But these are the three main archetypes of how we show up energetically in life. So you rescuers are over here in mother energy. And guess where narcissistic people fall under? Child. They fall under child energy. And what, again, goes together like peanut butter and jelly? Mother and child. So the more you show up in this mother energy, the more they're going to show up in this child energy. So here's the key. Here's the secret. The secret is for you to rise up into this woman energy. This is where you want to be. You want to be in the woman energy, or for you guys, adult energy, right? When you're dating, you want to attract somebody who's an adult. You don't want a child. You don't want to mother somebody who's an adult. You want this adult energy. And that's what I share with my clients is when my clients come to me, they come to me in this mother energy. And this is where I was. I was totally in mother energy. And the more I mothered him, down to literally taking care of him like a child, the more he acted like a child, the more he was over here. The more I was here, the more he was here. Until I found the courage, okay, to leave. And when I found the courage, which is in woman energy, courage, I left him. And I never went back the second time. That was woman energy. The more I heal myself, the more I work on myself, woman energy. Not to say that sometimes I'll swing into mother energy or even child energy. This is where you embrace and embody all the pieces of you. This is where you love all the pieces of you. When you can embrace the narcissistic side of you, the drama queen side of you, the scared child part of you, the rescuer part of you, the chubby bubby part of you, the perfectionist part of you, the addiction, the addict part of you, the rebellious teenager part of you, the troublemaker part of you. When you can embrace and love all of these pieces of you, that's woman energy. And that's where you want to be. You don't want to be ashamed of, oh my gosh, okay, this is why I keep attracting narcissistic people, because I'm a rescuer. Oh, I'm so ashamed of that. I'm ashamed that I've had, 3 marriages to a narcissist or 3 relationships to a narcissist. I'm so ashamed of that. I don't want to tell anybody that. I feel like a fool. I feel like a butthead. No, there's no shame in who you are. There's no shame and there's no blame. This is the parts of you that you have to embrace. Otherwise, when we push these parts of us down, I want you to visualize it like this. When you push these parts of you down, you then they show up in unhealthy ways. So let's do a little visual here. So close your eyes, and I want you to visualize you have 3 daughters. If you're a female, 3 daughters in front of you. If you're a male, you have 3 little boys in front of you, 3 sons. And I want you to visualize that 2 of your daughters are so close to being perfect. It's insane. They're such good girls. They do their homework without you asking. They set the table before you ask. They have their rooms clean. They're really, really good girls. They're just really good girls. They give you like little to no trouble at all. And then you got that one. Yes, you got that one kid who knows how to work your last nerve. She knows how to try your patience, but it's not because she doesn't love you or she doesn't like you. That's just who she is. So now my question to you is, would you take that one daughter or one son and lock him or her down in the basement and not raise them with the other 2 perfect children? Hey, hopefully you said no. I wouldn't. But that's what we do to ourselves. We take the parts of us that we don't like or we can't see, and we stuff and hide them down in the basement. And as we get older, we stuff it and resist it and push it down even further and further. And what happens is that little version of you, that person that you are not willing to love and accept, is going to come knocking at the door. My dogs might bark now because they heard it knock. Knocking at the door. Hear me, see me. This is the parts of you that need your acknowledgement, that need your love, that need your voice. These are the parts of you that are desperate. And why they're so desperate is why you keep attracting these toxic people into your life. It's exactly the reason why you keep attracting these toxic people into your life. The more you resist these parts of you, the more you don't even want, acknowledge them or even see them, is the reason why. And this is the beauty of these toxic people. This is the beauty of the triggers in life, is because they're giving you a direct reflection of what you need to work on. 22 years with a toxic person. You're a liar. You're a cheater. You're this. You're that. Me pointing the finger at him. Guess what? He was showing me my internal emotional wounds. He was showing me what I needed to look at myself with. He was showing me my shit. He was showing me my stuff that I needed to work on. That's the beauty of this and these people. So when I started to go, okay, I got to do this. I got to face these parts of me that I don't like, that I feel ashamed of. I got to do it. Toxic people disappeared. My family, my world, everywhere. And the other piece to this is that when you have healed these parts of you, you recognize, you see the red flags early on, because there was red flags to my ex early on. I was 19, not a clue. But when you see the red flags to these types of people, you go, hold up, wait a minute, let me put some no in it. you will not form a relationship with this person. The other side of healing is that, let's say, you have a narcissistic boss or coworker. Well, when you heal yourself, these people don't trigger you anymore. It doesn't trigger you. You don't get upset. You don't take it personal when these people act the way they do. When you don't feed into their behavior, they will no longer behave like that. Poof. Again, I can't make this up. This is what happens. Also, you will learn and know how to deal with these people, okay? Because the more you energetically, she is such an asshole, and you go home and you drink a bottle of wine because you have to spend the day with this person, maybe you have meetings or whatever, and you just can't stand this person. They feel that energy and they know how to push your buttons. They know how to get to you. And so they act like that more. But when you heal this about you, remember, everything begins and ends with you. When you heal this within you and you know what to say to your boss or your coworker, you know how to put the fires out really quick, even before they turn into a fire. You know how to handle this type of person. You don't go home and drink a bottle of wine because you're so frustrated and pissed off that, you feel stuck, that I have to keep this job because, X, Y, and Z, but I have to deal with this asshole all day. You don't do that anymore. Okay? So it changes everything. It changes your world. Ultimately, it changes your world when you heal from narcissistic personality and abuse, these relationships, and learn how to deal with these people. Okay? And sometimes that learning means deal with it, to give me time so that I'm not drinking a bottle of wine every day until I can get myself another job where there's no toxic, or build a business, whatever, toxic, where there's no toxic people around, and exit myself from this situation. Any which way you cut it, this ultimately will make your life so incredibly amazing, and it changes everything for you. The healing continues. The more you heal, the more you dive into it, the more you love it, because it feels so good. You feel free. You feel free of the toxins. You just want to dive deeper into your healing. It's so freeing. You don't feel stuck anymore. You don't feel trapped in not only your trapped emotions, but you don't feel trapped by these people because you're controlled by these people, or so you think. It just changes everything. So what the three main things that I covered in this video for you, and the answer to why you keep attracting narcissistic people, is you're very empathic, highly sensitive, empathic person. You're a rescuer. Okay, you want to save, you want to just give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You just want to hug them and save them and let them know everything's going to be okay. And the third thing is you have narcissistic parents, or you come from narcissistic parents, or whoever raised you was narcissistic. And this is the part of you that you can't see. Those are the three main answers to why you keep attracting the narcissistic people. And what I want to give to you for staying here and watching this video and learning, because this is my passion, to help men and women. I talk mainly to women because that's my experience, was with a narcissistic man, but I do have men clients. So men, don't think I'm excluding you. I'm not. I love you. I know that there's narcissistic women out there. I know there's men out there who, same as us, they keep repeating these patterns, and it's frustrating because they're good people and they want to just find the love of their life and have healthy relationships. But that's why I talk mainly to the women. But what I want to give to you is my 5-step guide to healing after toxic love. And it is an actual PDF that I'm going to give to you. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. You can print it up if you want to. It's super thin. I always go to Staples and get my stuff printed up. It is very feminine for you guys, but for you men, if you want to just it's going to come to you in a PDF. So if you want to just get what the topics, then copy and paste and you do that. But it's a quick PDF that will come to you in an email. So I'll put the link in the description below. All you have to do is put your email and your name and your email address, and you will get this. And I have something especially for you at the end. And I just want to share with you these 5 steps to healing. 5 steps to finding true love after toxic love. Okay? So that is what is available for you in the description below. And thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for investing this time in you. This is so important for you to heal from the narcissistic abuse, narcissistic relationships. And I can't wait to share some more with you on the next one.